Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Nursing Education Tutor. My name is Cheryl Spencer. So in this video, I'm going to talk about, how do you approach and how do you move forward if you have failed your first nursing exam? It happens. The first nursing exam is often a shock to a lot of nursing students because you come to the nursing program after taking multiple choice exams, which in most cases you were able to regurgitate facts. In most cases, there are a lot of courses now that incorporate a lot of analytical reasoning, critical thinking into your courses, but a lot of courses that you took as prerequisites for the nursing program, it involved a lot of memorization, and it's necessary. How nursing questions differ, we expect you to memorize them. Keep them in there. They're Jeopardy questions, but we don't ask it that way. We ask you questions that you have to analyze a situation based on the stuff that you've memorized. Like, nobody's going to ask you who Florence Nightingale is or who Virginia Henderson is, which is another favorite theorist of mine. In some of your choices on exams, you're going to use some of the principles that Florence identified, championed early on. But enough about Florence. Back to you and that exam. So let's say passing in your program was a 75 and you earned a 74. 1 point. Yeah, it can come down to that. Now, if 75 is passing, you got a 74. After you've gotten over the shock and, I failed my first exam, only you know that and your teacher. I suggest you make an appointment with your nursing educator at a time that's convenient for that individual and also for you, not right after lecture. Utilize office hours. Send your teacher an email. Dear nursing educator, as you know, I did not perform as well as we both expected on this exam. May I make an appointment to see you to perhaps give me some guidance on how to move forward? Best emails you could send a teacher. Because guess what happened in that? You acknowledge that it's on you, boo. Don't blame the teacher. Do not walk into the teacher's office. It's all your fault. You didn't teach me that. It doesn't work that way. What's on your exam is part lecture, part requirement, your reading assignment, as well as what you bring from those memorization from your pre-nursing. Make an appointment to speak to your educator. Now, I don't know what the policies at your school. Not all schools will let you look over your exam, but if there's such a policy written in line 350, table 4, please find it and respectfully ask to look over your exam. Now with computerized testing, what your educator can do for both of you, they can get a printout or link, identify the areas you did poorly. Perhaps you were awesome in pharmacology, which probably wouldn't be too heavy on your first nursing exam. So let's see what's typical in a nursing exam. Professional issues, nursing process, asepsis, OSHA guidelines, etc., health promotion along the continuum of health. So let's say when your educator, because they're going to prepare before you meet them, they'll be ready. And oh my God, she did or he did amazing in professional issues. What happened here on nursing process? Great. When you get there, your educator can then look that over with you and said, okay, excellent. You did well in professional issues. You know the difference between battery and assault. You know the role of the nurse. You know about negligence. You know who can prescribe. Awesome. But on nursing process, you seem to have trouble determining if this is an assessment phase or it's an evaluation phase, or how soon after giving an IM you should evaluate. So they can give you some guidance without telling you, okay, on question 44, you picked A, but it was D. And that can be helpful. That's for the students that's really pretty close. Now, let's say you're the student and passing is 75 and you got a 60. Boo. That's a different scenario. I would still make that same appointment with that instructor If such student came to me, one of the first things after they exhaled, inhale a few more times, exhale a few more times, I let the student start the talking. I said, tell me, how did you prepare for your exam? Don't tell a teacher you didn't study. I've had a student who looked me in the eye and said, I didn't study as much. And as much as I wanted to respond like saying, so what are you doing here? You have to find a nice therapeutic way to instruct the student. Don't do that again. Read, analyze, ask questions, go to tutoring. If your instructor talks too fast, I talk fast. Perhaps you could say to the instructor, I'm having a hard time keeping up with certain things. Can you direct me? Ask them, can you tape the lecture? That's something you should have asked before. But a lot of students really don't fully get what to do until, sadly, after they've done poorly on the first exam. But it's not over yet. You still have a chance. I never tell a student to make a decision about staying in a nursing program after one exam. Give it two, because the first one, you really have no idea what to expect. I've had students who do poorly in exam number one and just sail for the second one. One, the content may be a little bit different, and second, they've changed their way. Another thing that you should explore, how did you study? Were you in a study group? Study groups don't work for everybody. If in that study group, somebody shows up and all they do is just asking you questions, well, what's in it for you? So you need to analyze your study group. Now, students sometimes are not fully honest about their grades. If three of you in the same study group and you're doing poorly, it's time to consider some of the alternative. So if you failed your first exam, first thing after you get your emotions together, inhale a few times and exhale quite a few times, make an appointment with your instructor or your educator, lecturer, whatever term they call, you call them. And in that conversation, they may bring it up, ask you to analyze your studying habits. So you must review your studying habits. Go to tutoring. It's over here. Tutoring. No, it is over here. Go to tutoring. It's important. Most colleges, schools of nursing have tutoring for free. Mistakes. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you did not pass your first nursing exam, I suggest that you make an appointment with your nursing educator to review and possibly see what you didn't do well on, what you could improve on. Also, evaluate your studying habits and see where you can do better. And set a goal to pass the next exam and do well. And I wish you well. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I hope you stay. Have a good day.